These are the most expensive transfers that we've seen so far in history. I mean, before Lizbeth, it was Canada's Olivia Smith who had the record when she signed for Arsenal last month in a deal worth $1.3 million US. Before that, we were absolutely blown out of the water when Naomi Girma signed for Chelsea, and that one broke the $1 million mark. But now we are talking $1.5 million for Lizbeth Ovalle. So we absolutely have to talk about this because Ali, I remember literally doing the chat with you when the Naomi Girma transfer number broke, and we were like, this is huge. After that, we saw it again, and now, but 1.5, and even there were some reports in Mexico going as close to 2 million. This is just mind-blowing that we've gotten here again.
Yeah, it's just, I think everyone's trying to one-up each other now.
Yeah, but we love to see it. Show us the money.
Show us some money. This is incredible for the women's game. This is incredible for Lizbeth Ovalle. I mean, she's a wonderful player. She is so talented. She's so skillful. She's one of my favorite midfielders to watch. She could even, midfielders, forwards. She's just in the front six. She could probably play anywhere. She's so versatile in the front line. So she's going to bring so much electricity to this NWSL organization and league. And Orlando is so lucky that they were in the bid with, I think, 5 or 6 other clubs to get her. And so they are very lucky to have, another amazing attacking force on their squad. So not that, right when you thought they couldn't get any better, they elevate their team even more. So it's wonderful to see her come to the NWSL. She's so talented. She's so skillful. She's going to be a really, really difficult attacking player to play against. Teams are really going to have to try to take care of her. But we're going to see a lot of goals and a lot of highlights from her, I hope, here soon. So great signing, so good for the women's game, so great for her as an individual. And yeah, we'll see what the highlights are going to be.
Talk to me a bit more about the significance, because there's 2 parts to the significance. Of course, for the NWSL, in comparison to them being able to negotiate deals like this in comparison to the European clubs as well. But I want to talk about it from the perspective of the Liga MX Femenil, because we do know the gap for Liga MX and what's going on in Mexico. We see it when the teams go up against the NWSL teams in the cups that they have. You see the gap is huge, let's be honest, and then now to have a Mexican player break this transfer fee, what does this say about what's going on in Mexico right now, and how many more eyes need to be paying attention to what's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, you can obviously develop, great players who are Mexican, and they want to, continue to provide these women with better resources and better environments to succeed. You saw Jenny Hermoso actually go to Tigres a couple of years ago and sign.
Lucia Garcia as well.
Lucia Garcia is there. I mean, it is a league that is up and coming and that can be thriving in the future, but it's definitely still building. And, unfortunately, one of their best players is leaving to go to an NWSL club. But we're still in the trifecta of the Canadian League, the Mexican League, and the U.S. League. And I think that it's just a great move for her individually, but also a really healthy move to say, hey, the Mexican League still is good enough to develop these young players and this young talent in order to help get them to where they deserve to be. It's good attention for the Mexican League as well. I mean, Tigres is one of the most historic teams in the MX Femenil. And I think that, they have profited off of this move as well, and now can continue to build their squad and maybe reshape, their squad looking forward. But I think that, Ovalle also wants to challenge herself. She wants to be uncomfortable and try to get into an environment where she can, be challenged. A lot of players want to do that and make these moves. And obviously the money doesn't hurt, but you're going to a brilliant team. You're going to a team that has been recently successful and has continued to be at the top of the table. So great move. There is somewhat of a gap, but teams have to start setting the standard, right? You have to start providing the resources, the accommodations for players to want to stay. How can you keep players around? How can you, make players happy? What are the tools that you can provide in order for these players to succeed? And if you're not doing that, then you're going to start seeing some of the best players leave and go to environments where they want to challenge, they want to get better, they want to be treated, and valued with respect. So Yeah, this is, it's tough to watch, one of the best Mexican players to leave the Mexican League because she brings a lot of fans there. She brings a lot of support. But it's, she's going to an environment and it's a record-breaking deal, a record-breaking transfer. This is so healthy for women's football globally that we'll probably see more of this in the future.
And it is healthy for the NWSL because as we showed the graphic, the only other 2 deals that broke that $1 million mark were from players going to the UK and Europe, both specifically London, Arsenal and Chelsea as well. But for NWSL now, is this a huge statement as well, being sent to some of the rivals around the world like, hey, do you know what? We can do big business too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, keep up with us as well. This is, we're wanting to be the best league in the world in the NWSL, right? And the only way to do that is get the best players in the world. So this is, has started in the past few seasons where, you're getting Barbara Banda here, Temwa Shawinga here, in players who like Dali in San Diego, for example, Adriana Leon in San Diego. I mean, you're getting, Casarica, more importantly, in San Diego. So once again, you're trying to build up the teams with such quality and such talent that, teams do need to start valuing that, right? You can't have one of the best players in the world come to your club and just have minimal resources and terrible accommodations. The way that you have the attraction of these players is to have the best resources, have high standards, both on and off the field, to provide these players with success, to be able to give their best and perform well. Ultimately, you want to win trophies. This is a business. And at the end of the day, the resources have to match that. So if you want the best players in the world, you have to have the best standards there to keep them. And this is just showcasing that. And yeah, the NWSL is seeing that they need to keep up with the rest of the world, or we're going to, fall behind very quickly. So they're trying to make every club here, a really good resource for players to land on.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Orlando Pride shirts will be flying off of shelves over in Mexico. The orders probably are already coming in, and we cannot wait to see exactly what kind of impact she does have at the reigning NWSL champions.